Thanks. More now from Capitol Hill. Shortly before airtime, I spoke with Congressman Eric Swalwell of California. He's a Democratic member of the House Intelligence Committee. Congressman, first I just want to get your reaction to the naming of a special counsel in the Russia investigation.
It's welcome news, Anderson. This investigation was disrupted last week when President Trump fired the chief investigator, Director Comey. So I hope this is a way to get that investigation back on track and that the American people can learn whether anyone in the United States worked with Russia during its interference campaign.
You'd called for an independent commission to investigate Russian interference. Is that no longer necessary in light of tonight's news?
No, more necessary than ever. And that's, the other part of the solution here. An independent commission looks forward. And we know from the intelligence community that Russia intends to attack us again. And so this would be a commission that would be charged with understanding how we were so vulnerable, whether any U.S. persons were involved, but most importantly, what reforms are necessary so that future elections are secure. And right now, I don't think that can happen anywhere other than an independent commission.
So you're saying a special counsel is basically just investigating the legality of what may have occurred in the past, and an independent commission would be looking forward, although would you want an independent commission to also look at Russian interference or potential collusion?
So an independent commission would look at, of course, whether any U.S. persons were involved. So the 9/11 Commission, I think, is the best example. It looked at how we were so vulnerable, what the response was, and then what reforms were necessary so a vulnerability like that could never be exposed again. And so the Department of Justice is charged, with looking backward at a crime that may have occurred. And, they should still do that. But people are concerned that we're going to find ourselves in a mess like this again, either because Russia will attack us or other countries with similar capabilities will come at us. And so we owe it to the American people to make sure that we're never in a mess like this again.
Does the naming of the special counsel relieve any concerns you may have had about a thorough investigation into Russian interference?
Certainly on the criminal prosecution side. Bob Mueller is an individual with the highest integrity who served during some of the toughest times in our nation's history. So I am more at ease today about the criminal side, but the duty to protect the ballot box and the integrity of free and fair elections, that's on us. That's on Congress, and we should not shirk that responsibility.
Have you heard from any of your Republican colleagues about this appointment?
So, no, I have not yet, but, 2 Republicans have supported our legislation for an independent commission, and now, today, we have forced a vote on it. So we've started the process to force a vote because the Speaker of the House will not bring it forward for a vote. And so we're hoping we have enough signatures by the end of the week for the House to vote on this.
Lastly, I just want to ask you about the Washington Post has just reported that they have a recording of House Majority Leader Kevin McCarthy last June saying, quote, "There's 2 people I think Putin pays, Rohrabacher and Trump." Dana Rohrabacher is obviously your Republican colleague in the House from California. What's your reaction to that?
Well, it's a concerning comment from the House Majority Leader. And so I ask Anderson, first, is he speaking with personal knowledge? And if so, did he pass this along to anyone? I was also concerned that the Speaker is accused of saying, let's keep this in the family and not let this outside of this circle of people. And, to me, we're all very concerned about the allegations of ties between Donald Trump to Russia, and we have not seen any action from House or Senate Republicans to get to the bottom of what happened and what we can do to make sure we're never in a position like this again. So, it's not a joke to me. That's the defense. This is serious stuff, and the American people expect a serious response.
Congressman Swalwell, appreciate your time. Thanks.
My pleasure.